Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We got Brian from Hat Heaven in the house. We will be starting in a couple minutes, so just bear with us. Hopefully you guys are staying safe if you're on the East Coast. Post only.
Oh, by the way, Jason.
Yes, sir.
That I just unboxed the Stockton Ports custom today. So yeah, that should be dropping pretty soon. There's so many orders that were delayed all the way dating back from September, but it's been so long. We just started opening boxes, and yeah, that was one of them.
Nice.
I'm always down for a good Stockton Ports hat as well.
I'm always down for a good minor league baseball custom.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. There's so many that it slips my mind, but like the next 2 to 3 weeks, there should be at least like 30 new ones coming up.
Wow.
I might not be able to swing all of those, but
yeah, I mean, it's a shame I missed the holiday rush, but it's just the way things are right now. So
yeah,
it's always a holiday in the hat world, Brian.
Yep.
There's no time off.
We try to make it that way.
There's no time off. There's never a not busy season. There's always something we're working on.
It's strange though. It used to be like the first 3 months leading up to Easter were very quiet, quiet. But now it's definitely changed to like everything got ramped up like all year round.
I'm getting anxiety again because last year's when it really started because they left for Chinese New Year and just never came back, and the world was never the same. Yeah. It was one of those things. So we're approaching, them getting ready for that time too. So I don't know. It's always one of those things that you kind of have to work around Chinese New Year, because of the factories and all that stuff. But
yeah, speaking of, I think the next delivery I have to put in, the one after that, there's like a 6-week delay. So I gotta put in all the ones. And you guys hear about the Chief Wahoos? They're officially changing their name, so I gotta go into attack mode and just stock up while I can, I guess.
So does that mean Wahoos won't be able to be produced at all?
So far, ever since there's been like I guess a big public controversy, it's just been like very don't ask, don't tell, like very hush hush. As long as as long as nobody's creating new Wahoos or making too much noise, the orders can go through. But I think now since it's more in the spotlight, it's more sooner or later it's gonna be discontinued sooner or later.
Every time I post Wahoos, and Leon will attest to this, I get destroyed.
Same here. You should see the if I put out an email blast with Chief Wahoo as the focus, it goes out to like hundreds of thousands of people, and I get a good percentage of replies back like, "Oh, you racist, 4-letter word."
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a controversial topic for sure. And I'm completely okay. I'm completely on board with the name change. And I think the one that's I will say this, the one before we get started here, the one team name that I thought was most despicable and was the Redskins. I mean, I just have a really hard time believing.
That's pretty.
I don't understand how that could possibly have lasted as long as it did.
I can't believe it even existed in the first place. Well,
I can certainly believe. I can certainly see it existing during its inception because of how terribly racist the country is and especially was.
Right.
But hey, it is what it is. At this point, we're moving on. Yeah. Cool. So we can get started, Leon.
All right.
I can go ahead.
Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. We are here live with Brian from Hat Heaven. You may know him as one of the stores out in the East Coast, located in New York. You guys in the Bronx, right?
Yeah, Bronx.
Yep. Bronx, New York. The king of the gray bottom. So he's come to preview some of his future releases and review his major restock that just dropped maybe like an hour or two ago. So it's been a while since Brian has been in the vault again, but welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think if it's okay, Brian, before we start the chat, I just want to kind of share with the viewers a little bit of a change in kind of how we're going to deliver content. So we've Jason, Leon, and I have been soliciting quite a bit of feedback and trying to figure out what's the best way to kind of go about delivering content to everyone. So we've kind of landed on this, and we want to make sure that we're transparent in sharing this, because especially Wednesday nights, people are probably gonna be like, where the hell is the Views from the Vault team? And Wednesday night shows are actually going to be phased out. So what's going to happen is Saturdays are our core show, right? That's the show where we go through the weekend caps. We talk about we go through our keepers, our weepers, and our sleepers, and all that cool stuff. And that's really our staple. Now what's going to happen to replace the Wednesday shows is going to be constant quick hit content, meaning 20 minutes or less, videos probably hitting daily for the most part, with different topics or different themes. So for example, you guys saw we had an exclusive announcement for My Fitteds yesterday. Tomorrow you're going to see our review of Hat Club's Christmas caps. Then you're going to see a lot of quick hit stuff that's going to help keep everyone kind of in the know in a faster, more efficient way. And also in smaller bite-sized portions. So when you think about it, you might be able to wake up one morning and get a 10-minute quick hit from us, if you so choose. But I just want to make sure that we were sharing as a group the transition in terms of how we deliver content to all of you. And I do want to say, before we move into the interview, and kind of go through some of this cool stuff we're about to see, I just want to thank everyone for the support. Like we've been getting a ton of support of late. It's been fantastic. I think the feedback has been fantastic. This has been a really outstanding journey for all of us. And I want to make sure that everyone understands how much we all appreciate the support and the viewership. So, and we promise this is gonna be good stuff. I mean, you're not gonna see the same content delivery, but it's gonna be better content delivery. So with that, Brian, you're the star of the show this evening. So we know you had to kind of traverse through an awful lot of snow to get back home.
Yeah.
Safe and sound to be able to do the show with us. But it's been a while since you've been on Views. So welcome back to the vault. We'd love to hear a little bit about what you've been up to of late.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't know that you guys are doing that format change. I actually saw that 20-minute quick hit of My Fitteds, the off-white pre-order, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't usually like click through like other videos, but I found myself going through the pre-order just to see what's up. So yeah, it's really engaging, really really cool stuff. Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
But yeah, since we last spoke, we totally restructured how orders go out. Mainly, we moved out to a dedicated warehouse. We're out of this brick and mortar store. We have a location that just deals with online orders. So hopefully the turnaround is quicker. But yeah, but the transition was rough because we basically had to scratch all the inventory levels to zero. And it was like that for like good almost a month or so, and then we just started building it back up with orders that came into the warehouse. But now kind of finding the good rhythm. But yeah, it's been really hectic, and it's been taking a lot of time out of what I usually like to do, which is release new hats, design new hats, and it's been mostly a lot of background stuff. But hopefully it's laying the groundwork for like a bigger, better, faster hat heaven next year. Because like earlier this week, we made a deal with our shopping platform, and now we have unlimited bandwidth. So
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure traffic was fine before, but now like there should be virtually no issue. Like whether there's 1,000 people, 10,000 people on the website, it should just be smooth all the way. So
yeah, I mean, I would expect nothing less from you guys. I mean, your website is beautiful. Number one, it's clean, it's simple, it's easy to navigate. I do think that the rewards program utilization is a little tougher to kind of navigate if you're trying to, because it's not really modeled in speed and efficiency. And of late, hat drops need to be modeled in speed and efficiency if you want to get one. So I think that's the only downfall I've seen from anything that you guys have done. So, kudos to you and your team, Brian. It's just really good stuff. And I do want to say too, Leon earlier said you were the king of the gray UV, right? The gray under. But I think it's more you're the king of sticking to your roots and doing what is kind of what you stand for. So I just want to make sure I reiterate that point. It's just outstanding. It's weird. It's like, you've got a lot of folks dabbling in crazy stuff, which I love, but then I also love the normal everyday cool stuff with some more subtle flips and things that aren't quite as crazy. I would say there's others that are you're like the wife, and the others are like the side chick. And I think I know that's a weird analogy, but I just want you to understand that that's kind of how I look at it. Like you're the solid, consistent, steady Eddie, and then the side chick's a little more edgy. But I do think there's a great place for both of those in our lives. And I shouldn't say that I want to cheat on anybody. What I'm saying is that's kind of the analogy that I'll use. But
not going along with that one.
You don't have to. I didn't say it. I didn't say it for you. I said it for me. So I just want to say that the stuff that you guys are doing is it's so balanced and cool that I really enjoy it. So now what are we gonna do now, Leon? We're gonna go into the pre-order first. So
we're gonna.
I mean the restock.
Restock.
The restock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the restock. Sorry about that. So we'll go through the restock and I'm sure there's some. I already picked up a couple. So
I'm shopping right now.
Well, I think I think other people might be shopping too as we're doing this, man. Every time we go on here, I start. Oh yeah, okay.
No.
Yep.
So this was. Is this a general restock or is this restocking a specific shipment that you had? These were all like summer-ish hats, right?
Yeah, because like I said, everything got delayed, and these were stuff that were supposed to be in September, but they were just like I was just waiting for everything to come. But it came to a point where I was just like, these can't be anymore. They're taking too much space in the warehouse. Let's get them out of here. But generally, when I do a release or an order, I try to make it like either alphabetically by team, or you'll see there was a bunch of minor league stuff here. I don't really do it by color. I just do it by team, really. Or like if I do all side patches or all all-star games or World Series, you'll see. Hopefully next year the restock will be a little bit more consistent, but you'll see how I order the patterns are like. It'll make a lot more sense. Like, oh, these are all side patches. These are all minor league. These are all Cooperstown with no New Era flags. But yeah, so this was just a mix of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think
the green Cardinals cap and the steroid Blue Jay, those two I bought in store from your mom.
Yeah,
But I remember when these dropped and all the smokers I got too. So that green Cardinals hat, that's right up Jason's alley. Even that's a side patchless. That green with the red, incredible, man. So let me ask. So Leon, which two would you buy? And this is like Leon. This is like Leon porn right here.
Yeah.
You've got
hard to choose. It's hard to
you've
choose.
got like six. You got 6 Toronto hats here.
Yeah.
So which two hats you going after, Leon, on here?
This is tough. I'm gonna get the steroid bird with the oceanside blue. Sounds a cool touch.
That's a beautiful hat.
That's like a Patriots blue, right? So you gotta get that one.
Yep.
And I'm stuck between Trenton Thunder and the Cardinals. I think I'm gonna go Cardinals. So yeah, I'll lock those in.
That Cardinals one is sick.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason? Which two are you going after?
Oh, if I didn't already have the Trenton Thunder, that'd be number one, but I do. So I will go after the same two. That green Cardinals and that Oceanside blue steroid bird.
Yep. Me too.
In fact, I added them to the cart right now.
Those are the two I would that I did get and would have gotten and would listen, they're great hats, both of them.
Honestly, though, if I had to change something, I would on that green Cardinals. I would make that New Era flag tonal because this was something. The hardest thing about designing hats during the pandemic era is usually I sit down face to face with New Era reps or whatnot, and I actually see them getting built up. But this year, I'm just basically doing it through email. So I just try to type it up, and sometimes when I type it up, I see it later, I'm like, oh, like I should have changed this or should have changed that. But personally, like the white New Era flag on that Oceanside blue, the steroid bird, it's not too bad.
No, it kind of plays into the cheeks of the bird.
Yeah. But on the Cardinals, I think it would have been a little bit better if it was tonal. But maybe that'll be like a V2 for next year.
I wouldn't be lying to you if I said I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
When
See?
I bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the Blue Jay one with the baby blue, is that similar to like the one that came out this year for the on-field?
Yeah, that was we made that on purpose. We knew they were gonna do like a rebrand with the colors, so we're like, let's make a gray bottom version. So
yeah, it's the tonal with gray. But I might change my answer to that one because the on-field comes with black under and then the white flag. So I might change my answer. That's a sneaky hat right there, Brian.
Thank you.
So we're into the C's, D's, and F's.
Oh yeah.
So what
dude, I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say I have 6 of these.
Only 6?
Yeah. Looks like we got it.
The two Marlins, the Durham Bulls, the 2 Red Sox, and the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah. You're wearing the Durham Bulls, right? That's the one you're wearing.
I love this. It's like a Denver Broncos flip.
Yeah. And it looks like we got an answer on the Cubs. You can split the Bear and the C.
Yep.
So we had a debate about that, which we just recorded and you'll watch in the future. But yeah. What do you guys see here? Which 2 are you picking up, Jay?
I gotta go Durham Bulls. Just love Brian's minor league colors. They're fantastic. And I'm gonna go with the St. Patty's Day Red Sox.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Or Christmas Red Sox, whatever you want to call it.
Where are you going, Leon? Where are you going?
This I think like we spent so much time together that now that our tastes are kind of melding. I'm the exact same. So I grabbed those 2.
Mine's different. Mine's different than you guys.
What are you grabbing?
Durham Bulls for sure. And I will say, once I put this on today for the show, I'm like, how the fuck did this not make my top 50? This is a fantastic hat. It should have made my top 50. So apologies, Brian. This one should have made, but you had other representation.
I liked everyone's top 50 list, so there's no need to change it.
The Colorado Rockies would be my second. I do think that's a badass hat. The only thing, my only complaint about that Colorado Rockies hat is that New Era flag. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like the 2-tone ones.
Nah, I would like it, and I would just like it in one color, and that's it.
I'm surprised that Rockies one got approved because we just lifted Colorado Avalanche colors and just put that on there. And usually, if New Era catches on, they cancel it. So we just held our breath and sent it through. So
you just gotta hope that whoever's doing the approvals that day is falling asleep.
Yeah.
That beetroot? Is that what the color is on that Florida Marlins?
Beetroot.
Yeah.
That one's a sleeper too. That's a good looking hat.
Yeah, beetroot and aqua.
You know which hat I like that you made a lot, Brian, was the Florida Marlins that you did with all the gold.
Yeah,
I think it had the 10-year anniversary patch.
Yeah, that's a very, very old design back in like 2013, 14, when black and gold was all the rage. So
dude, I bought all those black and golds. There's like a Kansas City one. There was that one. Yeah, they were great. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I purchased one of these today, and then I have a couple of these.
That Baltimore, man.
Baltimore's the one, man.
That Baltimore.
That's what'd you call it? The Black Crow?
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed Right. I wish the gray was a little bit darker, but then I don't know if it would have been lost in the black or whatnot. But yeah.
Baltimore's a winner, and that Mets hat's really nice. That like St. Patrick's Day feel. I'm really falling in love with the green and the orange this year for some reason.
The Mets need to wear that jersey more. I
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So no, we didn't ask which ones you going after, Jason, if you had to choose two.
If I had to choose two on that Mets orangeade and the Yankees right in the middle, the black and red kind of speaking to me.
Hey.
I don't know why that is. I don't usually go for Yankee hats, but I like the colors on that one.
It almost looks like a Halloween hat almost.
That's red though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be just the lighting I had during.
Yeah. I'm going isotopes and Orioles.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
That Phillies is a winner.
This is a great page.
Yeah. I think I'm sniping the Phillies and that Oakland hat in the top corner. That one's a nice one.
Yeah, I have that Oakland hat. Where are you going, Jason? Where are you going?
Oh, dude, Fresno Grizzlies for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I love what you did. Just flipping the colors on the logo a little bit. Just kills that logo. I love it. And then for me, the next one, boy, it's a toss-up. I already have them both, but I'll go with the Phillies and Athletics are a tie for me. I got to get 3 on this page. I can't let them go.
Yeah, I'm going Fresno Phillies.
Yeah. That Phillies one just screams like Mike Schmidt, you know?
Yeah, you know what? Dude, and I love this one. There's 2 hats in this colorway that I love this year. This one and the one All the Right did with the maroon under with the 1980 World Series patch. Those 2 to me were the clear winners of the Philly hats this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they don't wear the blue much anymore, do they?
I think maybe like every other Sunday or what.
Like
I was gonna say the Sunday jerseys. I actually sold that Phillies one because it came in and was too small. And
sorry about that.
Couldn't get it to fit quite right after stretching it. So
well, you should lean over to your computer and order another one.
I just placed an order for the first page.
You should have waited till you saw this page.
I know.
Yeah.
The heck.
Yeah, Big John probably bought all the Phillies ones too.
Yeah, he already bought them all. That's sold out.
All I see things that I would change though. Really, that Astros one in the middle, that New Era flag needs to be changed. I wish that Phillies one, it was either tonal or maroon, and I'm not too sure about that top left Yankees one, but yeah, there's just a bunch I would change.
Hey, you learn and you grow.
Sometimes, like when I'm mocking up hats, I'll end up changing like the buttons and the eyelets and the flag because it's just like a reminder to change it.
Yeah.
To like an alternate color, and it always looks good in the mock-up, but then when you see the final product, you're like, "Fuck, why did I do that?"
I remember this. I remember early in the year when I was talking to Brian. He said this was the year of sky blue.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, Brian?
And
yeah. You were right, man. They were everywhere, and they looked great. I'm not going to reveal what you told me the color of the year is going to be this year, so we'll look back.
I think purple is going to be really big next year. I've seen it pop up here and there, both in dark purple and pastel purple, but probably Hat Heaven would probably go towards more the dark purple side.
Nice. Cool. Like that varsity.
Yeah.
That varsity purple. And then the last page.
Oh man, I love it. This.
Yeah.
There's 3 that there's 3 here that are just at another level.
Yep.
Well, that New York hat, that's a Cuban hat, right? So that's Negro League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Ogden, and I'm getting the New York Negro League hat. That's what I'm grabbing.
I'm going both Ogdens and the Expos.
I'm going Ogden, Golden Red, the Expos, and the Cubans.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going this whole page except for the Marlins.
See, for me, with anything that's like, I don't know, Negro League and any of these like defunct, like old minor league or or Latin League teams. I go Ebbets on those, man. I just do.
Fair enough.
That Montreal one, it was funny how it was made. It was the first time we discovered cerulean blue. We were looking at that throwback Blue Jays one, the one with the J,
Yeah,
and we
that's
just
the
lifted
blue
that
in it.
color and put it on here. We were just like, let's see what it looks like, and it came out. I like it. I like it, and it's one of the few hats where I'm like, that white New Era logo is okay on this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So now that covers the restock. If you guys are looking, hop on to hatheaven.com. I think you get 10% off if you sign up with a new email address. So make sure you guys are doing that. And now this is we're into the preview party. So when were these made and when can people expect to see these?
These were made first, like early to mid-November.
Okay.
It should hit the warehouse mid-January, but I'll probably plan releasing it like first week of February.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
All right.
So what do we have here? Is the Houston one for Russell Westbrook to leave Houston? Is that the rocket that he left on?
Oh man. We'll start with the Padres.
Okay.
I just never see that logo done that much, and
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
Even Billion Creation, you don't see that on the front of the hat.
yeah. I mean, it was kind of hard to do. The verdict's still out as to how it's going to be when it actually gets in hand. I try to put as much brown in it and not too much white. So we played around.
I think it's gonna look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the way it was funny how you said, Pierre, like way before, where like you said, like Hat Heaven tends to stick to its roots. Like it might be that way, but our core design philosophy is just like make a hat like that you could wear every day, and like you, because in the Bronx, like you just need a few hats, and you wear them to death, and then you get a new one. Like as long as a team hat you can wear with like that Padres hat is team color still, so you could wear it with whatever jersey that Padres have that are like brown or yellow, But
Yep.
I think because we're doing that, we come off as conservative, but that's okay. Like as long as our customers, they don't have to like break the bank to get a hat, that's okay with me. That's why that's a big reason why we don't do too many side patches, because that just drives the price up. Like my thinking is you can buy 10 regular fitteds, or you could buy like 8 or 9 side patch fitteds, and more is more. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
I'll say this about this slide. I love the Padres hat.
Yeah. The Houston one, I just wanted to have that logo in the store, just because we haven't really played around with the full Team Describe collection, but I just thought Red Rocket was a funny name, so I just made that.
Yeah.
But the Red Star is actually 2 different colors. It's similar to that Scottsdale Scorpions, the old one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's almost
Carolina
tonal.
red and red.
Yeah, it's almost tonal, but it's still there.
I
The
like
star's
that.
still there.
I like this isn't an all-out Team Describe though. So
Right.
Extra points there. You
And-
didn't pop a stake on the back of this one.
Yeah, you didn't do the back hit and you left the side patch off. I think our big beef with the Team Describe, like when it first dropped, I really liked it because it was just a front hit and a back hit. It was kind of different. When it got crazy was when everything they added like a side patch and had a funky bottom, maybe made it glow in the dark. Like it was just too much.
We did that too.
Yeah. But this one's kind of toned down. I like it. It's Houston in Rockets colors, so there's that kind of play. The Rocket for the Rockets, red for the Rockets. So that this is not a bad hat. We're usually really hard on Team Describe stuff though.
Yeah, I'm not
watch
gonna.
the show. Watch the show.
Ooh, these are nice. These are nice.
So I would say in May me and my new era rep, we got on a Zoom meeting, and we literally just went through like every single all-star patch that we haven't used yet. And then from then on, I just had that list like sitting there in my email box, like unread. So it was looking at me face to face almost every day until like we finally moved into the warehouse. I had some time. I was trying to design some hats, and I was just like, I have this huge list. It was like maybe a list of like 80 or so only all-star games, side patches. And I was just like, you know what? It's time to crack this. Let's get to it. So from that 80, you'll see like there were a lot of all-star patches that I didn't like the look of. They were too big. I didn't really like the color. So yeah, these were the filtered down ones, what I thought would look okay.
That 1948 one is beautiful. And the 94 All-Star game, you see all the Pittsburgh Pirates ones are 2006. That's all you see, 2006, 2006, 2006. I think that the 94 patch arguably looks better to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great patch. And you did more than okay on these two hats, man. I love both of these.
Is the St. Louis one?
What? Sorry?
So I was going to ask, is the St. Louis one, was that when they were the Browns?
Yeah. This is the Browns.
Cool.
But that Pittsburgh one, I first made it, I don't know why, but the logo was white outline with black fill. And it looked okay, but it wasn't all the way there. But I was just like, what am I doing? I should just lift the colors from the side patch and just put it on the front. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solid hats.
Those are two I'm picking up.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, Big John came back at the right time.
Yeah, here you go, Big John.
Big John was asking, did he miss any Phillies? So right on cue.
You got Big John's in the upper left, and you got Jason Meads in the lower right. So this is
I already placed an order for that one.
This is like a Jason Mead versus John Kiefer slide.
Yeah.
This one, the same thing again. This is one of those all-star patches that I thought should have been there, but I'm like I said a while ago, last time I was here when we went through that big Philly drop I did. I'm not really big into Philly sports, so I don't really know what like, you know, gets their fans going. I never knew that blue was like the more preferred color over red. Am I correct?
I think they call it bad luck blue though.
Yeah.
But at least to me, it seems the blue's more popular color. So I was just like, let's make a blue version of this.
I think it's because it's bad luck, so they don't wear it often, but the blue looks good. I think that's what it is.
They had a really
this right here is sick.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Blue patch on a blue hat.
That minor league one it took about a good 3 weeks to get that. It was so annoying because originally I wanted the logo to spell out Palm Beach, but they didn't have it, and we tried to get it, and it didn't work. So I tried to play around with the colors because the Palm Beach one looks totally different than the one here. But after messing around, this is just what we finally settled on. So yeah.
Well, whatever you settled on is perfect. So yeah, love this thing. It will be coming home.
All right. So the left one, a different take on the 2020 World Series. And then the right one's the 40th anniversary. So a couple LAs for the Dodger fans out there. What do you guys think of these?
Well, I'm always down for an embroidered patch. So I think most fans, well, not most fans, I'd say most collectors are looking for, you know, the embroidered patch once their team has won the World Series. So this is gonna be a cool one, man. That LA Dodgers World Series patch is really cool, and I love that 40th anniversary patch. And putting it on a red canvas is pretty cool. I like both.
That red is a Phillies red. It's just we've never done anything like that. That maroon LA Dodger that Restock today, I originally wanted it like this, like all maroon with just a white logo. But we don't have that 40th anniversary patch, so we just put the Philly red in the side patch and put it all around the hat. That World Series one, I hate the colors of the official one. The thread
Gold,
name
right?
is Lemon Fluff. Is terrible, and I don't know why. The patch is great, but I didn't like the official on-field color, so we changed it to metallic gold. And
Ooh.
since they won, the metallic gold kind of fits. So
Yeah.
I think that question came up in one of our lives where like how quick can stores use embroidered patches on this year's patches? So there's the
got an
answer.
answer.
February.
Yeah.
February.
Well,
Keep an eye out. Ooh, powder blue A's looks like a gold up metallic gold outline, and then a navy blue expos. What do you guys think?
oh, the
I
A's
like
with the
them.
metallic gold, man. That's awesome.
You know what that reminds me of? That colorway reminds me a little bit of the Marcy Angels cap.
Mm. Yep. Yeah.
that
Solid.
that Expos one, we have it in a snapback, and I don't know why it took us this long to make it a fitted, but it just to me it looks kind of like that Fila logo, and I don't know, for my age group, Fila was the coolest brand in like elementary school. So, and it kind of made a comeback, but it's still like geriatric core fashion. But I kind of like it. And
Yeah.
that A's one, I was watching, must have been a primetime game of the Rams, but they had like that electric powder blue and like that new Rams logo. And I was thinking like instead of yellow, it would look so much better if it was gold. And I was like, I should make a hat like that. But it was between making that logo more metallic gold and then a little bit of white, but we'll see how this one goes. It's a coin flip, I think, once it gets in hand, but I half like it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think don't Expos, Brian, you could tell us better. Expos just sell fast. I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
such a
it doesn't.
beautiful logo. Such a beautiful
Right. I mean, it's all. I think that this hat's gonna just fly.
The JB, right? The JB hat.
JB.
Oh yeah, you've been listening,
JB.
huh? The JB hat. I'm like I can't get into more arguments with kids on social media about like it's a JB hat. Listen, pal, I know what this is. It is not a JB hat.
I've also heard it's supposed to be ELB too. Is something
It
in
is.
French?
That is actually true.
Oh,
So
okay.
that came from Google Lou, and we don't doubt Google Lou's Googling. So, yeah, I don't remember the exact story behind it, but
It's like
it is.
Expos La Baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it now. Now that once you heard it, now I can't unsee it.
Well, I've always read it as ELB as a kid. I never saw it as an M.
Really?
Yeah, I think me learning it as an M was a recent thing. I've always seen it as ELB and wondered like why is that on there?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Weird.
So that's
It's like
coming in
one of
dark
those weird
navy. Dark
one of those
navy,
weird
basically.
things, depending on who looks at it, right? What you
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Ooh, Reds. Red's been getting a lot of action.
Listen,
lately.
that All-Star game patch right there. When you sent this to us, I'm like, Jesus, I've never seen that All-Star game patch on a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this was just like me and my rep just went through every single All-Star game patch, and we literally ended up with like 70 to 80. And this was one I had to Google a lot of these to like really research them. I was just like, I don't even think if you Google it, it'll come up as his color way. I think it'll come up as a different color, but yeah, it's just something new, you know. And if I'm gonna do a side patch, might as well do something that we've never seen before. I think the C is a little bit bigger than what we're used to. Don't quote me on that, but it might. You guys will see the pictures obviously when they come out. But that blue one is actually the Dodger blue, dark royal.
Ooh, Pantone 294.
Yeah, I don't know why these. At least in November, I was in love with dark royal. Hopefully February, March, you'll see another dark royal. I'll keep you posted on that. But right now it's I'm trying to keep it on the down low. But dark royal, I don't know. Like I said, I said purple is the color of 2021, but personally, I like dark royal for next year. And yeah, I think there was an old throwback jersey for the Reds that are in dark royal too. So that's probably why I went with this.
Mm.
Very nice looking hat, and I like the white guts on the other Cincinnati one. It's a nice touch.
That is that's credit to my New Era rep. I always ask for a black sweatband, but I tell him if you think something looks better with white guts, you can just overrule me and you don't even have to tell me. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, this looks great.
What do your customers in store look for, Brian? Do they look for black or white?
To be totally honest, I would say 95% of them don't say anything. Maybe because they expect black and get black. Maybe about 5% of them ask for white, and like 1% of them walk out of the store because they can't get white. But I would say a majority of them, I think the more casual customer goes for black. But
Yeah.
definitely people that are like into baseball history, they'll go for the white.
Yeah, I prefer white.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
All right, some Cubs. So that's a dark navy Cubs, and then the Mets. Almost looks like a poker chip.
Another All-Star game patch.
That's a cool
poker
patch.
chip.
Never seen that
Damn.
before.
Brian, you're gonna break my bank, buddy.
We have 3 months to start saving for it. So
Yeah.
damn.
That's
I've never seen that patch before.
That All-Star one, that's actually Giants, but I just made it into Mets colors. It took a while. That All-Star game patch is supposed to be in red, white, and blue, but it took a while swapping the colors and getting the color blocking just right. Yeah.
Damn.
That's nice, man. That's
So
So
that's
it's
New
a
York
Giants.
Giants
hat and Mets colors.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Mets colors. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's a keeper.
And then that dark navy Cubs hat. What's the story behind that one?
If you guys look at every at that logo by itself, that's actually the default coloring. The bear is always navy, and I always thought that was weird. And like on the St. Louis Cardinals one, the bird with the bat, or even the STL with the outline, it's always navy. And I guess it's like a optical trick that New Era does when it should be black, but they don't want to make it too dark. They'll pop in navy. So going off of that, I figured if it's going to be a navy bear, might as well just make a all navy
hat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me how they color the fabric for dark navy. It almost looks green.
Yeah.
But I think that's just to avoid, people
Looking
ordering
like
the
black.
wrong thing.
Yeah.
I think there's just so many blues that I think like navy was the last one they were thinking about, and they were like, "Oh crap, what do we do?" Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the preview party. So you guys have advance notice. Start saving your money, or start cashing your bonds, or
Well, and also start getting your fingers ready.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I think
man.
that's going to be a drop that'll if those were to all drop at the same time, I think people go nuts.
they will be. They would be.
I like what you do with that too, Brian. I like how you even today, you're giving people legit shots at getting stuff. So today, 42 dropping at the same time. What I love about that is it gives everyone a fair shot to get a couple, if they want to, and I'm not sure if that's a deliberate effort on your part, but I do like the strategy either way.
I mean, it makes stuff for us really easier too. Sometimes when we have a big release and people are frantically trying to buy, a lot of people will end up buying the wrong size, and they'll either have to return it or within the hour I get tons of emails saying, "Oh, can you fix this and swap it?"
Oh man.
That. And I would love to, but with that volume, it doesn't make sense. So I think in a few emails, we even said we have a lot of stock this time. So take your time and make sure you get your size right. But yeah, I mean, we just try to make everything painless.
The only bad thing bad thing about these huge drops is just deciding which ones to get.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I just want to get them all.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a heads up. I'm probably next Tuesday night, we're dropping 15 new ones. And
Okay.
then I have another 12 on the deck. Hopefully it'll be the next Tuesday, but I'll start previewing them on Instagram Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then drop will be on Tuesday. Hopefully next week the timing will be right that I could do the same. If not, we'll just do another restock because yeah, we just have so many boxes we're opening these days.
So Brian, before we wrap up, right? So I'd love to hear which hats you're most proud of this year.
From Hat Heaven?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Personally, this one, just because I don't know why we made this because it's not a New York All-Star game, but we just happened to make it, and then like all this bad stuff happened, and yeah, it was kind of cool to hear like it got discontinued. I was like, oh, like I'm instantly gonna get it for myself. But other than that, I would say, oh wow, I don't know. I love all of them. probably in general, like all the minor league stuff that we got, you know,
Yeah.
just because it was something different, you know, like I feel like minor league is a lot more local. So like people from that town, they're like that Fresno Grizzlies one. You have no idea how many emails I get from Fresno natives that are like, oh my God, like I love having this hat because, you know, like I'm from Fresno and we finally like this puts us on the map. I love it. And yeah, like all the minor league stuff is pretty cool because it's new to me too, you know?
Yeah. So Brian, what about like which hat in recent history do you remember like surprising you? Like you put it together, you're like, gosh, I don't know how this is going to do. And it just shocks you how well it does and how well received it is.
Probably. Oh, that's a hard question.
I mean, I bought hats. I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was going to be this good. And then I get, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Probably that Oakland A's one with the yellow crown.
Yeah.
I just thought I was just subtracting green and making it a little bit easier to wear on a daily basis because I love the A's. But I just thought rather than taking out yellow and making a black and green hat, just make a yellow and black one. And we actually in store we have a version of that, but the logo is white. But it didn't do that well. So we just, you know, put in a little more black and it just got such a great response. And I was just like, wow, like, okay. It's like maybe like that formula worked for that one, you know, like just making it a little bit easier to wear. But yeah, I learned a lot from that. Yeah.
All right. So one last question. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Always.
So which hat did you mock up that you really wanted to happen and you were most disappointed because it couldn't happen?
Oh, probably the ones I'm waiting on right now. Yeah, when in general, like I'll just go through like some baseball history site and I'll be like, hey, can we do this? And they're like, oh, we don't have it. Like we can submit like a request to get it done, but there's no telling. But right now, yeah, I'm waiting on a couple. I'm waiting on a few. I think you and I spoke about it before privately on a few that I'm waiting on. But another one that I was disappointed that couldn't get done. Probably. Oh, there was a Mets hat that I wanted to do in navy with the orange logo. They were like, these are Detroit Tigers colors. You can't do this. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
Like, why would someone be shooting for that? Like Detroit Tiger colors on a New York Mets hat?
I don't know. I don't. But we get away with.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it just weird how this stuff works? Though it's interesting, right? Like how
they've done capsules in the past where rivals have done their hats in other rival teams, and then sometimes you try to do it again, and they're like, "Nah, you can't."
I know.
It's
I
so
know.
weird.
Tigers and Mets never even sniff each other.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
They play each other once every 6 years or something. But listen, Brian, thanks again, man, for all this. Like I got to tell you, we deal with a lot of folks running hat stores and websites, and you're amongst the most helpful and like honestly, the most easily accessible. I can message you at any point, and you're available. You make yourself available to talk and chat, and I hear nothing but great things, and I got to thank you on behalf of all of us for coming on again. We love having you on. We love your stuff. We love what you're doing. And listen, again, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Thank you.
yeah. No, I want to say before we hop off, thanks for naming the hat after me. You can still get it in a small size and a big size. But yeah, shout out to you for putting me out there. That's a beautiful hat, and I can't wait to get it. It's in that Pierre's house waiting to ship over to me, so I'll have mine very soon.
Stay tuned, though. We got more coming. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and you always watch our show and tell me off to the side. You got some stuff you're working on to kind of challenge us. You take stuff that we hate and you take it on as a personal challenge to make it cool. So I can't wait to see what comes next for you. So
Yeah,
I will say the Houston Astros won. You did a good job with it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that team describe.
No,
hat,
you know
so.
what it is, because you drop the steak, you drop whatever stupid side, and I got to tell, it looks like a good hat. It's better than.
I mean, like I said, it's just it's a mix of what I like plus feedback, and like in the past, I used to always color newer flags, and then from brick and mortar customers, you guys, online feedback, they're like, just tonal it, just make it tonal. So I think I'm at like a 50-50 balance right now. Like sometimes I can't help myself, but
yeah. Well, again, thanks, Brian. Thanks again. Leon, do you want to take us away?
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you guys want to look for any hats, make sure you catch Brian and his work at hatheaven.com or visit him locally at the Bronx. But stay fitted, guys. We'll catch you guys.